I think that's been, you mentioned that's been one of the key aspects of the band ever since I've known it. And the student leadership and the involvement of the students in so many of the activities of the band.
The opportunity to do what you are talented to do. There's no one saying, no, you can't do that. If you are motivated to do it, it's out there for you to do.
Major in band, because you spend so much time there. And they'd say that kind of derogatorily, but I really look at it that way. I did kind of major in band. It wasn't technically my major, but when I got jobs after college, it wasn't because I had a degree in psychology, it was because of the things I learned to do when I was on band council.
There's enough tasks in running a band that every single person can have something to do.
I've been with P&G for about 17 years, and when I look back on the 7 or so years that I spent in college, I believe that I got more out of bands. I got more from the band than any other single thing, including a master's degree.
You chose a band sponsor.
Oh, that was fun.
So she was the lone woman in the band. It was a very single honor.
The tradition of saluting the visiting team or the team that we were visiting in the pregame performance was good. Now,
and we always played the alma mater or the fight song of the opposing team.
For the first game, you did not practice coming down the steps. The first game, it was a surprise coming down the steps. You knew you were going to do it, but you did not get to practice. So the band was as nervous as the crowd was. The crowd loved it.
But there was a method beyond that. That gave the upperclassmen a chance to haze the freshmen.
Felt that anybody could run down steps, and you had to rehearse the show, and you only had so many hours at rehearsal, so you rehearsed the show.
Remember, everybody saying at the top, you're going to fall aside so it doesn't get in the way, so don't mess up the performance.
You told the freshmen how they would have to throw their instrument up so the next person would catch it.
Yeah. We were all by squad numbers, groups of 4. Had a squad number, and we would just randomly call numbers, usually 2 at a time, and
randomly.
and we would place these usually at opposite ends of the field. No other music but the people in the squad, and we'd march our show with no guidance and no other people,
and we just holler, "Hey band, can you dig it?" And they'd respond, "Yeah." "Hey band, can we do it?" "Yeah." We don't mess around.
Hey,
we don't mess around.
Hey.
Even when I go back for homecoming,
Don't you wish you
we're
could
down
run
there in
down?
alumni
I want to run
band,
so
I
bad.
still get shivers when I hear that fanfare.
Start out, there were probably just maybe 8 or 9 of us.
Yeah.
Would go off and go down fraternity and sorority row and play on the Friday night before home games and so on, and
Go to the dorms,
outside
the dorms. Yeah.
just very small, and then it kind of grew from there, and then ultimately it became quite large.
Yeah.
You'd get 30, 40 people to do it.
the good old days.
My favorite Friday night band, I think, was the time that we did this one big long follow leader through all the restaurants, all the way down Calhoun.
Yeah.
Boy, were the patrons surprised.
Yep.
Yes, but I think the workers really enjoyed it.
I'm sure they did.
It's amazing what screeching trumpet sounds like in an Arby's. It's always very interesting during a football Saturday is to look at the 10 rows of bleachers behind the current band. They're just full of alumni, and a lot of them are recent grads, but there are a lot that don't know any of the alumni but gather in that area in the stadium just to meet old friends and to share old times. And
we had a reunion, which was basically dinner. People went to the football game, and then a couple of years later, I think in '71, we actually had an alumni band that marched on the field, not at a homecoming game, but at a football game. But that was just a one-shot deal we did.
The G after I graduated, there really wasn't going to be anything to look forward to. So we started a band alumni association. I understand it was the 3rd time there was an attempt to get one going, but I think we were fortunate because this one is maintained. We've just been talking about all the lack of funds and the need, and the only way I saw getting funds consistently for the band, instead of raising money every year, was to get an endowment started so that we'd get the income from that.
Very much like the Rockettes. they had some things that they did in conjunction with the show.
But I think most of our formations,
20 was the
was for 20. Now, we didn't have alternates. We just expected everybody would be there. It's that simple. Sometimes the co-captains danced out in front or on the ends, but for the most part, we were just in one line. That's how you march. You don't shake it. You don't strut it. You just, you are. And I still don't.
And it was an image thing, and that was a very important part of what he wanted us to be, and we all learned that, and it carries on even today. And I
had certain dances that we had for, like, the fight song. We could always do a certain dance to the fight song whenever it played, even if it was just spontaneously. And so we had that that salute. My God, that'd break every girl. If she wasn't going to be a bear kitten, she couldn't do that.
It had to be coordinated.
And you had to be coordinated. And it was so nifty. It was like our secret handshake. If you knew how to do the salute, you were a bear kitten. And it was so wonderful.